The East Brunswick Wrestling Club season is underway, and we stopped by to talk with coaches and wrestlers about what the club has to offer.
Well, tonight we did a rare combined practice, but normally we separate the kindergarten through third graders from the fourth through eighth graders, and pretty much, we practice. We do a little bit of conditioning, technique, and sometimes we do some live situational wrestling. And throughout the season, we give the kids the opportunity to wrestle about 30 or so times.
As the season goes on, I will go over in the beginning of practice what we've just done in previous practices, or if we just had a match, I'll break down how we did on the mat. Never really focusing on wins and losses, always looking on how we did in each aspect of wrestling, from top to bottom to neutral, how we compared with the other team across the board. I'll point out anybody that I thought did exceptionally well. I'll point out any mistakes that I saw across, from one match to the next.
We'll take kids from anywhere, kindergarten through eighth grade. But some league rules, some kids can't wrestle because they're not within the district. But as far as wrestling, we'll take kids from everywhere. The kindergarten through third grade, not a lot of towns have wrestling that young. So, they reach out to us. So we have kids from, of course, East Brunswick, Milltown, Spotswood, Helmetta, and then North Brunswick, New Brunswick. We got kids from South River, Edison, and they come to us because wrestling is a growing sport, and a lot of parents are excited to get their kids started young. So, and a lot of towns don't have wrestling programs at all. So, I'm happy to take any kid from anywhere.
Wrestling is a great foundation for a kid. They go out as a team, and when he gets on the mat, it's one-on-one, and he learns how to win and lose for yourself. I think it's a great idea to sign a kid up. It builds good character, this sport.
One thing I think you're going to hear synonymous with wrestling is mental toughness. That seems to be the one thing that people take away from it. You learn how to win, you learn how to lose. It's just you out there. And while you're wrestling part of a team, when you step foot on that mat, it's you and your opponent. I always stress respect, okay? Respect your opponent. Win or lose, injury, shake their hand, shake the coach's hand, come back, shake mine, and then if you need to go and gather yourself, collect, go take a minute, come back and root for your team.
Wrestling, I feel it's unique as it's almost as a martial art. It teaches kids teamwork and self-reliance. So they after a while they learn that the teamwork ends at practice, and then when it comes to match time, it's just them and their opponents. So that's where that self-reliance comes from, and then that builds a special confidence that you don't get with other team sports. And even if they don't do it in the long run, they build that self-confidence, and it's also they learn more about their body, more what they can do with their body. And wrestling is also the most inclusive sport. We have 3 girls. We have 2 girls in the K-3 program, and we have another girl who's actually a third grader, but she's very, very well experienced, and she wrestles with the older guys.
I like seeing about these kids that have come up with me, is they have a lot of different personalities, okay? And I can see on the mat when they're starting to lose it, but how far they've come from the first time they went out on the mat when they were 5 to now. I'm proud to see what they've accomplished within themselves. And I think going forward, that's one of the big things with wrestling is you learn very young humility.
My favorite part about wrestling is the rush, taking people down, just the goodness of victory. Coach Jason's nice. He is a very good teacher. He knows what to teach us. He knows the right thing to do, and he's trained properly. I wanted to start wrestling in the first place because I like to follow my dad's footsteps.
What's your favorite part about wrestling?
Just going on the mat and wrestling. It's contact and it's very interesting. It's more interesting than baseball, which you just sit there for an hour. It's very fun. It's just like fun. We're working on from the underhook and different takedowns and tilts and all that.
Like, you get to take people down and you get to do a lot of other stuff. It's like you can like have fun while you're like wrestling. So it's just like you take people down, and like you can also have fun while you're doing that. Well, my dad used to wrestle, so like he told me to join, so I did, and I really like it here.
So why did you decide to join this wrestling team in the first place?
Because wrestling is like a competitive sport, and I like stuff like that. This is a really good sport, and it helps you with like strength and stuff. Oh, the coaches are really nice, and they, when you need help, they help you.
My favorite part is competitiveness, because I like being competitive. My favorite like move and stuff is being on bottom, because it's like fun to get out of it. I tell them it's a good idea because it helps with everything. Helps with other sports because it takes a lot of endurance. Well, tonight we're working on the underhook and like when we're under a sprawl and stuff. And we're also doing live.
And what do you think about the coaches? Are they good?
Yeah, they're good. They teach us a lot of stuff. They always give us pointers. Like when we're in a match, they're always yelling what to do and stuff. Yeah, I want to keep with the sport because it really helps me with other sports. Because like I also play football and lacrosse, and so it's like all year round I'm like being fit and stuff.
I like the competition, like going places and meeting with my friends. My dad wanted me to. He said he loved it when he did it, and so I thought it would be fun.
So I really stressed like mat time, and the second year I actually had my youngest son Landon had 50 matches, and the average, future stars that we came up with, we were averaging like 35, 40 matches. It was a lot of good experience. You had some great mat times. You had others that were, 30 seconds with a definitely, mismatch in skill. But in the end, that set a base, for this group that's now with me on the A level. They have a real strong core. And, this year I have really high expectations as a whole group.
Well, we practice and we have our matches here at Churchill Junior High School, 18 Norton Road. Our season runs from November 1st to March 1st, but in the springtime, we also try to do a free clinic right here at Churchill Junior High School. And, we invite anybody to come out, give it a try. Hopefully you'll come back when the season starts. And our registration pretty much starts around September 1st, and it never ends, So, all the way up until the end of the season, you want to register, just give it a shot. Everybody's welcome to come out and try. Go to ebwrestling.com. All the information's up there, the forms. Registration never ends. It'll take them up to the last day of the season, doesn't matter.